What's up again, everybody, and welcome to another episode of the People's Questions. I got a variety of questions this time, and I'd like to thank all of you out there who sent them, and keep them coming. The sooner you get them to me, the sooner I'll be able to respond to them. Let's get started. Spectre Shadow wants to know what are my thoughts on the PlayStation Vita, and do I plan on getting one? In terms of what I think of it, it's a good handheld. I definitely like the touchscreen ability. It's kind of the equivalent. It's kind of like I'd say the portable transition between PSP to PlayStation Vita, as it was from PlayStation 2 to PlayStation 3. It has a lot of the same functions that PlayStation 3 has, and that's what makes it cool. I definitely give Sony a lot of credit for putting the work to having it sync with the PlayStation 3 console so well, in terms of most of the PlayStation 3 games we all know of are on this system. The trophy sync, connecting, being able to transfer data, all that good stuff. That's really good. I definitely give them credit for that. Some of the release games and games that are coming out that I've seen, like Uncharted, Golden Abyss, which from what I know is getting pretty decent reviews. Not quite as good as the console ones, of course, but yeah, pretty good. In terms of am I going to get one, the answer to that is no. I'm not gonna pay $250 to get that. I'm sorry. From what I know, it's not doing so well in Japan right now, which is shocking because I don't know, any console that's made there should probably do really good, better there than here, and it's just not happening. Chances are it's not going to do too well over here with that $250 price rate. I mean, remember what happened when they tried that stuff with the PlayStation 3 with that whole $600? Yeah, people were buying them, but not as many people as that were buying the Xbox. So I didn't get my PlayStation 3 till it dropped to $400, and then I didn't get my second PlayStation 3 till it dropped to $250. So it was like I didn't pay $200 to get this thing. I waited till it dropped to, if I remember correctly, like $150, which is about the same area that the Vita is gonna have to drop to before I get it. It's got to be in the the $50 to $175 price range. I'm not paying a cent over $200 for this. I don't care how good the games are, how good the graphics are. I'm not paying that much for a portable system. Not gonna happen. And I'm sure many of you out there feel the same way. So yeah, but when the price drop happens, and I'm sure it will happen, then I'll get it, and then I'll give my personal review on it when I'm holding it in my hands. Next question on the list comes from Red Avenger 2B, and they want to know, what do I think of the villains for The Dark Knight Rises? I'll be honest, at first I was a little upset because I had heard for a while that, or at least it was rumored back then, back in 2009, that it was going to be Penguin and the Riddler, which I was really excited for. But then I guess, I don't know, over time they decided to change it to Bane and Catwoman, which I thought was an interesting combination. And there's even rumors of a third one. Some of you know who it is, some of you don't. But it's one of Bruce Wayne's, overall love interest in the whole Batman universe. And yeah, Bane's actually, I'd say, I don't know, after Riddler and before Joker and Riddler, I would pick Bane as a third choice. He's probably the only real villain next to, Killer Croc, of course, who could actually face Batman physically. And he's infamous. He's famous for being the person who just like outsmarted Batman and ended up breaking his back after breaking all the criminals out of Arkham, and then having Batman tire himself out to the point where he couldn't fight anymore. I mean, that's definitely a genius method. And in terms of Catwoman, she would probably have like an emotional edge over Batman in this movie. I'm not sure if it'll go that route, Not quite sure. I'm not too fond of the first costume, but however, I have seen a second costume. I'm not sure if this was actually on set, but I like the second picture of it. I can't necessarily show you because I can't remember where I saw it. I know I saw it, but I can't remember where I saw it. But I don't like the first costume that we've all seen. There's a second one. Hopefully it'll be later on in the movie. That one looks really cool, and it actually looks a lot like the costume in Arkham City, which I'm excited for. One thing, however, when it comes to Catwoman, I'm a little disappointed of, is that in this last trailer, we didn't see any footage at all of Catwoman. We saw, you know, some of Bane, which was good, and we saw some of Selena Kyle, but I would like to see some Catwoman do something, just to see how it would look like. Hopefully, when a second trailer comes out, maybe we'll see it. But, yeah, Bane's a go, Catwoman. Show me some footage of Catwoman and then I'll decide. Next is Nintendo 46, and they want to know, do I plan on buying the next Nintendo console, the Nintendo U, if I remember correctly? The answer is no. Sorry. Nintendo's kind of crossed the line a bit by creating... Because from what I've seen of it, it looks like a fat Nintendo Wii with a giant tablet as a controller, and it's supposed to be innovative because, you know, heck, you can not only play this console on your TV, but heck, if you don't want to, you can play it right in your hands, and, you know, now you can play your games and your family can watch a movie in the same room. Well, why? I mean, don't get me wrong, I was really bashing this sucker here when it first came out because I was like, why the hell? Who's going to play a game like this? It's just stupid, but I gave it a chance, and it's actually been very fun. I've had a ton of fun playing with the Wii, but with the U, no, sorry, you have to tone it down. I'd like a standard controller. There's nothing wrong with doing it the old school way. It's the way gaming's been done for, I believe, the last 30 plus years, and there's no reason to change it too much into something that just doesn't look that great. I mean, some could give credit to the Xbox Kinect because that's somewhat successful, but in my opinion, it's a gimmick. And, you know, stop with these gimmicks. Trust me, these gimmicks will never make as much money as traditional controller to console as we've all been using and what we grew up with. So, no, I'm not going to get a Nintendo U. And last question of the day is from HP300, and he wants to know, why do I think George Lucas keeps re-releasing Star Wars? Well, the answer is, you don't have to ask me, you can just look at the facts. The fact is, George Lucas likes making money, and he knows that he can profit from this from his older work, and he's really steering Star Wars in the wrong direction by simply re-releasing these Star Wars movies, adding these stupid 3D gimmicks, and expecting it to enhance the experience. No, it's not. Trust me, I am not going to see Phantom Menace in 3D. I'm not going to see Attack of the Clones in 3D. The only two Star Wars movies in the entire series I'm probably going to see in theaters is Episodes 3 and Episode 6, because those are my two favorite movies throughout the entire series, really. In my opinion, George Lucas needs to stop messing with his old work. What he needs to do is he needs to go forward. And trust me, you don't need to stick to the story between episodes 1 and 6. There's a whole massive universe that he could explore. I'd suggest not going past episode 6, because I've read a couple of those stories with Luke, Leia, and Han Solo, and those are really quite boring. But if you really want to do another Star Wars movie, why not just make The Force Unleashed 1? Why don't you make that 2 movie? Because that had a really great story and a great ending. Unfortunately, The Force Unleashed 2 wasn't that great. I mean, I'm not going to say it was terrible, it just, you know, it was very disappointing. Probably the most disappointing game I played last year. Or anything, why don't you make an animated movie the right way and hire the team from BioWare to make a, you know, all CG Star Wars movie for like the Old Republic, because the Old Republic storyline, it's a little bit too all over the place for me. But I definitely can acknowledge that there are a lot of people out there who are really into that storyline and would jump at the possibility of seeing a live action or even animated movie of it. And that's really my thoughts. If George Lucas tries to put the series forward instead of going back, I'm sure most people will support him. But if he continues down this road, it's not going to end up well. And then, heck, there might even come a day where people are just sick and tired of the entire Star Wars universe. Maybe not, but that's definitely a possibility. And with that, that's all the questions I'm going to do for this episode. Please continue watching the video because I have a very big announcement to make. But in order to do it, I'm not going to do it here. I'm going to change. I'm going to head to another location, and I'm going to give you all the details because I'm sure many of you are into winning some free stuff. So let's get out of here and let's get this party on the road. Hello again, viewer, and I would first like to thank you for watching this episode of The People's Questions. Now, as I promised in my last part, I will be announcing a brand new contest which I will hopefully try to do twice a month, in which I will be offering absolutely free, no strings attached, free PlayStation Network $20 gift cards. Now, hopefully later on in the year, if I have enough viewers and subscribers, I will then start offering $50 gift cards. And heck, if I get even more of that, maybe I'll do both, so you could possibly win $70 worth of gift cards. In order to win, all you have to do is watch every even episode of The People's Questions and answer the question at the end. The winners will be announced in the next episode on an odd number edition of The People's Questions, and, well, I think it's time to get started with question number 1. In Kingdom Hearts 1, 2, Birth by Sleep, and Chain of Memories, how many worlds can you travel through? Now the question is can, not that you will. Now, in order to answer these questions, all you have to do is be the first one to send your answer to my official PlayStation Network ID name. And heck, if you're the first one to get your answer to me, you win. Well, thanks for watching this special announcement, and good luck to all of you. Maybe you might win. Please like, subscribe, and comment down below, and I'll see you next time. Good luck.